So Justin Gaethje came out the other day and made a claim that he should be next for the lightweight championship fight against Islam Makhachev. I don't necessarily disagree with him. I mean, in my eyes, it's only him and Charles Oliveira that has a rightful claim to challenge Islam Makhachev next for the lightweight title. You know, obviously it was pretty disappointing that Charles Oliveira couldn't fight Islam at UFC 294. Now, before we get into all of that, if any of you guys train martial arts, feel free to subscribe to my newsletter below. We'll go over topics such as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and you'll also get my free ebook, Combat Training Essentials, to help you with your training as well. But enough of that, let's get into it. But he did go on to say that that fight has already happened between those two. You know, obviously Islam Makhachev beating Charles Oliveira via arm triangle submission. And he went on to say that, you know, look, Islam Makhachev versus me hasn't actually happened yet. It's a fresh matchup and a lot more people will be excited about it. Now, I myself would definitely be excited about a potential contest between Justin Gaethje and Islam Makhachev, especially after the performance that Justin Gaethje put on against Dustin Poirier with a beautiful head kick knockout. But in my eyes, the right thing to do is put Charles Oliveira in next against Islam Makhachev. I mean, when he got beat the first time, he didn't even get a rematch. Now, granted, I know rematches don't happen all the time, but I think Charles Oliveira should get the next fight. That book needs to be closed. But if Islam Makhachev does get the victory over Charles Oliveira, which does look pretty likely, then, you know, man, what better fight would there be to take place than Justin Gaethje versus Islam Makhachev? It's always incredibly violent when Justin Gaethje enters the octagon, so I'll definitely be excited for it. But Justin Gaethje has a problem. He has a problem within his game that he has pretty good wrestling defense, but once it gets to the ground, it's like watching a white belt out there. You know what I mean? He really has nothing. He has no submission defense. It's like he doesn't train jiu-jitsu at all. I mean, that's what it seems like to me, but he seems to get away with it with most fights that he's in. Whenever he's in a championship fight, he seems to get finished, you know? Khabib Nurmagomedov finished him via triangle choke, and then after that, Charles Oliveira submitted him via a rear naked choke as well. And now it's pretty clear that when you get him in a position like that, the fight's almost over, you know, because he just doesn't have any defense. And I don't particularly think that he's selling this fight really well, if I'm being completely honest with you. Now, he went on to say that, you know, Makhachev would have dominated Oliveira just the same. Oliveira beat me, MMA math doesn't work, yada, yada, yada. If he would have dominated Oliveira just the same, then what would he have done to Justin Gaethje? You know, it's pretty clear that Islam Makhachev would just take him to the ground and smash him. But I mean, you can't really blame him for trying to insert himself in the title picture at lightweight. After his last fight against Rafael Fiziev, he did go on to say that he doesn't know how much longer he's going to be within the UFC. Again, aging fighter. So props to him for putting his hat in the ring to try and get a lightweight title shot sooner. But I do think he'll probably have to wait for the winner of Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. But that's it for me, guys. If you want to see my breakdown of Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski, please feel free to check out this video just here. Catch you later.